What's going on YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Batman issue number 116. We are 116. We are getting very close to the very end of Fear State. In fact, after this, it says it concludes in 2 weeks from now, which I'm like, yes, we are almost at the end. There's still a bunch more tie-ins that I still have to cover, but we are getting so very close to the end of Fear State, and I'm ready to celebrate. We have all this stuff. We have a bunch of annuals that are coming out this month. November is going to be such a stacked month in terms of comic books, but we're going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. Are you excited? I'm excited because we're going to be done with Fear State soon, and that has me just flat out stoked for what's next. What's the next big story arc for DC? I'm ready to get past this whole Fear State, Future State stuff that's just been going on for so long at this point. I am ready for something new and creative. I'm ready for some surprises. I feel like I haven't really been excited about like a big ongoing storyline since the whole button Doomsday Clock thing for DC. There's been some individual stuff that's kind of fascinated me, but there really hasn't been a great ongoing story where I'm just like, in terms of a big event, I should say, that's really had me intrigued since pre-Justice League No Justice. I thought the first Dark Knight's Metal was pretty good, but after that, it just, when we got to the Dark Knight's Death Metal, it just got so out of hand ridiculous that I began to really lose interest. And Fear State's one of those things where I really started to lose interest. There's been a lot of okay issues, but I was just more interested in a lot of the more solo stories. I just feel like this storyline shouldn't have been as long as it is with all these various tie-ins. I feel like it's just gone on a bit too long. How many tie-in books do we have to this whole Fear State event? Far too many for a storyline that really could have just been wrapped up a lot sooner, but they decided to pad it out and tell you that there's 30-something issues in this whole thing that you want to read to catch up on the whole thing, so there's that. But anyways, I've been talking long enough, so let's talk about the positive of this thing. So this one was written by James Tynion IV with fantastic artwork by Jorge Jimenez, and the backup storyline, which is a Batgirls thing, which I think the second part of the Batgirls storyline was stronger than the first part, was written by Becky Cloonan, who also worked on Gotham Academy, which is a really solid series, and that one was pretty good, actually. And you know what? Now that stuff's actually kind of happening, this issue was probably my favorite so far of Tynion's whole Fear State thing, because there's some good action in here. Scarecrow gets shot, and I'm like, yes, oh, thank God, somebody shut him up, and it's from Sean Mahoney. So if Scarecrow dies, I'm going to be all for it at this point, because I'm just like, I'm tired of Scarecrow. I'm tired of the whole Fear State, Future State thing. I just want him to be out of the picture. So I almost clapped a little bit like, yes, finally, somebody shut him up at this point. Enough of his fucking rambling about fear and fear and fear. I get that's the whole shtick with the Scarecrow, but he's rambling on so long. It's kind of like when you're playing the Arkham video games and Riddler just keeps annoying you the entire time while you're looking for all his like 500 Riddler trophies, and then finally you get the chance to punch him. It's the most satisfying part of the entire game, because Riddler's just so annoying, and then you're just like, yes, I can finally beat the shit out of this guy. That's kind of where I'm at with Fear State with Scarecrow. I'm like, yes, finally somebody shut him up. So let's quickly summarize what happened here. Great artwork by Jorge Jimenez. I mean, this man is just unstoppable when it comes to his artwork. So what's going on here is Simon Saint sent in the Magistrate to go to where Queen Ivy is. I think it's Queen Ivy. And Ghostmaker's there trying to defend. He's like, I made a vow not to kill. He's off doing his thing. Ivy's here. Is like, I've had enough. She's going to take down the whole entire city. And Master Wise is like, there's innocent people out there. You can't really do this. Batman and Miracle Molly are trying to find the Master Wise's machine or whatever it is, and Scarecrow pops up. Batman's like, I broke free from your control. He's like, but my tech was mixed with Mad Hatter, and now I can control Miracle Molly. So they're like, go ahead and bring her here. They try and get to the machine, and Sean Mahoney's there. He's kind of under the spell. Scarecrow mentions going from a Fear State to a Future State. Batman's able to kind of knock him out of the way. Crane's mask falls off, and right as he's getting ready to talk to Batman, bam, he gets shot. And it's the most satisfying part of the whole thing, because Crane has just been so annoying this whole time, and it's just like, oh, finally somebody just shut him up. So I'm all for the Scarecrow just getting axed altogether at this point. I'm in Sean Mahoney's corner. I'm like, go ahead, take him out. No more of this rambling on anymore. I just want it to end. So I'm all for that. If they kill off the Scarecrow, good. Scarecrow is a great villain, But in this storyline, I just haven't really cared for Scarecrow's entire shtick right here, because he's been working with the Magistrate, and the Magistrate's been going along for so long. So if Sean Mahoney can take out Scarecrow, and if he can take out Simon Saint, cool. I might actually come around for the character, I might actually turn around, in my opinion, for the character if he's able to kind of pull something like this off. So he does that. He gets into a conflict with Batman, and his whole shtick is, I'm better than you, Batman. Look at me. I'm getting stronger. You can't stop me, Batman. Ha, ha, ha. So they get into their little scuffle, and as they're fighting, Miracle Molly's trying to figure something out here, and Poison Ivy's ready to take down the whole entire city. She's about to strangle Master Wise, and then the other version of Poison Ivy comes in to try and, with the Gardener and Harley Quinn, to stop this whole shenanigans. I guess this is all going on in the tie-in stuff, so I got to go back and read a lot of that stuff and figure out the whole shtick with the two Ivies, which is all with Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and I think it's I Am Batman. There's a lot of Fear State stuff going on right now, so you got to have to follow along with that. I've been following along with the main Batman titles, and I've also been following along with Nightwing, and there's also that Arkham City type storyline that's going on, which I read the first issue and it just was kind of forgettable, so I got to read the second issue with that. I don't know if it's gonna be a 2 or 3 issue miniseries, but I'll go ahead and check it out. So you got that going on there, and yeah, so I'm cool with this issue. I'm just excited to be at the very end of this thing. It's been going on for so long, which has been mostly saved by Jorge Jimenez's amazing artwork. So we got that going on here, and in the Batgirls backup, they head to the clock tower, and of course, if you read Nightwing, you know that Simon Saint initiates a strike on the watchtower, or not the watchtower, the clock tower. That's primarily the base of operations for Oracle and the Batgirls. Obviously, Barbara Gordon had to destroy things and shut everything down because the anti-Oracle hacked it. What was it? Seer was the character, I believe, was in the Nightwing book. So she took that down, and so Cass and Steph are pretty much on their own here. They don't have communication with Oracle, and they got to try and find a way to regroup with Barbara. But the tower gets taken down, and they're both pegged as wanted terrorists, and that's pretty much where the whole issue ends. And there's also Cass, who's just really sad and upset by the whole thing. She's just kind of heartbroken, and I think the art style here is pretty unique, very kind of hyper stylized, and it works for this type of storyline. It really fits in tune with Becky Cloonan's writing style, and I'm actually kind of excited to see where this whole thing concludes, because as you know, in December we're going to get the whole Batgirls book, and I'm really excited about that thing, because I felt like with all the different Batman titles going on, where's one for the girls? Where's the whole Batgirls book? But luckily we got Becky Cloonan working on it, who worked on Gotham Academy, and that's a series I liked quite a bit. Maybe she'll bring in maps. I think that'd be kind of cool to see her maybe kind of team up with the Batgirls at some point. You know she's going to bring in some Gotham Academy characters. I'm all for that. So, yeah, I actually like the Batgirls backup here. So, you know what? I'm going to recommend this issue. I really am, which feels like a nice bit of a refresher, because I've been kind of a little bit negative when it comes to this whole Fear State thing, mainly because I'm just kind of bored and not interested in the whole storyline. As a whole, I've just kind of fatigued after it being prolonged for so long with just kind of the whole like police state thing. It just didn't really interest me in Future State, and it's not really interesting me here. But I will say this: seeing Scarecrow get shot, good. Finally, somebody get him out of the picture. I was like, yeah, that's actually pretty satisfying there. We're finally getting towards the end of it. The Batgirls backup was pretty strong, and there's some emotions in there. The art's pretty stylized. It looks really cool. So, and Jorge Jimenez's artwork, what can I say? It's really good, and we're basically at the end of Fear State. We still got some more of the tie-in stuff going on, but I'll get through that over the course of the next couple weeks. And then we have what was the Fear State Alpha to start, and then we have the Fear State Omega, which is the big conclusion to it all, and I think that's the first week of December. But we're in the home stretch now when it comes to Fear State, and I'm all excited about that. I'm all for it. I'm ready. I'm ready to be done with this event. I'm ready to move on to new things and see the next direction when it comes to Batman and all that. So that's where I'm at. I'm actually recommending you check out Batman 116. I think because we're finally towards the end of it, the momentum's picked up. It was fun watching Scarecrow get shot, and hopefully Sean Mahoney can take him down and then take down Simon Saint, and then we don't have to listen to them anymore. So yeah, if Sean Mahoney can take down the Scarecrow and Simon Saint, maybe I'll finally come around to him as a character. Well, I may have not cared early on, but at least he was there to shut up the Scarecrow and Simon Saint. So I'm all for that, but we'll see how it all kind of ends. But anyways, what did you think of Batman 116? I know a lot of people are kind of over Fear State at this point, but I thought this one was a lot more exciting and moved along at a stronger pace, and we're getting close to the end, so I'm getting excited now because I'm like, yes, we're almost there. We're finally going to get something new and interesting, hopefully. So yeah. All right, well, that's all I got to say. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like down below, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, share this video with your friends and all that other fun stuff, and be sure to come back next time as I'll be talking about, well, I don't know at this point, but I'll be talking about something. All right, well, that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.